Of confidence in the ring for him. He's got out to just under double figures. He's much shorter on the toe to New South Wales. Architrave at $6.90. Leroy Brown, a stablemate of Desert Dane, won a weaker race on the Kensington track at his only start. Anyway, an interesting event, and we'll shortly know the outcome as they're loading into the 1400 stalls. Here's Hookah Lodge coming forward now, trained here at Randwick by John Morris. Up comes Just Different from the Barbara Joseph stables in Canberra. And Lion Pride is moving in now to see the line complete. I'll soon be off and racing. The starter has the button. Presses same, and there they go to a nice even dispatch. Lion Pride wide out, was best out, but going up smartly now is the favourite, looking for the lead, Desert Dane, and he'll get it. Desert Dane from Lion Pride, Just Different, Leroy Brown and Masked Handy. Not much between the first five. 2.5 to Hookah Lodge and 1.5 to Architrave on the inside of Jeremiah. No loafing in the early stages, and as they pass the 950, Lion Pride is the leader now, about a half length or so on Desert Dane, a length to Just Different third, and 2 Leroy Brown. Masked is on its inside, about 2.5 to Hookah Lodge, a length and a half then to Architrave, and 1 to Jeremiah. By the 700 they travel, and Lion Pride is a clear-cut leader. In second posse now is Just Different as they work to the 600, a length and a half to Desert Dane, being pushed along a little by Muntz and then Leroy Brown. A couple further back is Masked, Hookah Lodge, Architrave, and last is Jeremiah. Around the corner they travel, and Lion Pride straightens up, a length and a half on Just Different. He's had to go for the whip on Desert Dane. There's room on the inside if he's good enough, but his stablemate spreaded quickly, Leroy Brown. Masked is into the clear, and Jeremiah's coming down the outside. Forget Desert Dane. It'll run nearly last. Leroy Brown, the stablemate, kicked away. Leroy Brown more than a length and a half on the Hawks pair, Jeremiah and Masked, but Leroy Brown 2 out of 2. Leroy Brown has beaten Jeremiah and Masked. Hookah Lodge has run fourth, and then Architrave, a long margin. Desert Dane, he went disgracefully. Just Different finished alongside him, and the early leader walked home, Lion Pride. Leroy Brown, number 2 for J.A. Cassidy. Well, I couldn't believe how badly Desert Dane went there. He just threw in the towel totally. The moment Muntz started to shake him up as they came around the corner, even before then, I thought, hello. Anyway, you've heard where he finished, and he was a totally different horse today than the one we saw here on Melbourne Cup Day and then at Rosehill on the 16th of November. But anyway, there could be excuses. The favourite down the gurgler, and the stablemate Leroy Brown has won and won it well, making it 2 out of 2 by De Heer from Pray for Rain. REIGN, Pray for Rain, trained by Gay, written by Jimmy. It's a double to Gay and James, winning the first with Shamika. Numbers official, 2, 6, 4, 8. Leroy Brown first. Number 6 second, Jeremiah. De Grey Gelding 3 by Octagonal from Lament, J.R. Hawks, D. Beedman. Number 4 third, Masked. A Quest for Fame Gelding, Bay and Colour, 3 years of age, out of stockings, J.R. Hawks, C. Brown. Number 8 was fourth, and that was Hookah Lodge. 1 1/4, 3/4 of a length, and they've run reasonably quick time, 1:22.20.
1:22.20, so that's a neat gallop they've got along in the third race on the card. Good runs too from the runners up, and third horse Jeremiah coming from last. And if there's any news from on track, re Desert Dane, we'll make sure we pass it along, otherwise we'll catch the full wrap. And what happened to the Beat Brigade on Racing Retro from 9 a.m. Eastern tomorrow morning. Runners heading out Morfordville. Ratings here
for the day, Gasconade and Race 5.
Sound confident, Larry Olsen, as we get to within 45 seconds of start time. This race at Caulfield, race preceding the Eclipse, brought to you by the Loan Inquiry Centre. Let's return trackside to Caulfield.
We need 4 to move up into the gates, including this one's Sundiata. Here's Sundiata coming up into the line now, and Lady Mulroy comes up with her. 11th in the Matriarch, but she didn't have a lot of luck getting a clear run on the inside there. Dropping in grade today. Skyboat in the red with the black dot to move in. At long odds, it has actually firmed up nearly 10 points. In fact, 10 points. So there's a long odds move for Skyboat. Skyboat ready, set. Arena coming up now completes the line. First leg of the quadrilla. set to go. Light flashes, Skyboat just getting up, settled again, and they're away. Self-Interest out okay. Blue Marwena a touch slow. Gordon's missed it and is settling at the end of the field. Serious Drink drives on from Lady Malroy. There's Centurina. She's going across the field quickly and finds a lead. Settling down, Centurina had it by 2 lengths. Serious Drink on the inside of Lady Malroy. Mr. Here is improving on their outside. 2.5 lengths away in the field then came Early Bird, trapped out a little and on the improve. Still 3 deep climbing up the hill there, having a fairly hard run. Self-Interest in behind them on the inside from Sophie Princess, Blue Marwena, 1 to Cormaya. 1.5 length to Skyboat Gordons, and Sundiata went back to last of all. Early Bird has kept that run going, so she's done it fairly hard. Finds the lead, heading out to the 1,000 metres. Early Bird from Centurina. Mr. Here's 1 length away third. Serious Drink racing ungenerously next on the inside of her, and Lady Malroy took off. Back behind them, Self-Interest, and then Sophie Princess. Payne has really slammed the brakes on this leader, trying to get a little bit of a steady up. And in the meantime, Lady Malroy shot round and took the lead there. Worse in midfield, Blue Marwena, followed by Cormaya, Gordons, and then Skyboat Sundiata. Lady Malroy the leader now. Centurina went up to second. Early Bird boots through again, retains the inside. 1.5 length, Mr. Here, followed by Serious Drink, Self-Interest, the rail. They're trailed by Blue Marwena, Cormaya coming through on the inside of her. Then Sophie Princess, Gordon, Sundiata and Skyboat. They come to the home turn now, and it's Centurina over on the outside. Lady Malroy booting again to have about a neck lead. Serious Drink is next. Early Bird over on the rail. Self-Interest travelling well. She's just held up though. Passing the 200, Centurina took the lead. Serious Drink after her. Sundiata, Blue Marwena are coming home. Cormaya getting clear. Sundiata from last sweeps up the middle, takes the lead now. It's Sundiata pulling away from them. Sundiata goes on to win it by 2 lengths to Cormaya. Serious Drink third, just in front of Blue Marwena, Self-Interest. Break behind them to Skyboat, Mr. Here, Sophie Princess, Centurina and Early Bird, followed by Lady Malroy, and then a long break to Gordon's last in. Sundiata is the winner. Number 6, Mark Zara, and Tony McAvoy came from last to win, 7.60 and 2.60. Cormaya's run second, $4.90, and it'll be fairly close for third. Time is 149.50, 149.50. 6.13, and the third number yet to come. In fact, at the moment only 6 is in the frame. Sundiata the winner. 6.13 and 5 has got third. 5 has run third, Serious Drink, so 6.13, 5 is official, and fourth going to number 7, Blue Marwena. Sundiata's just 15th start. It won first up at Victoria Park and then didn't have a lot of luck at its most recent outing, getting tightened up about 1,400 from home.
Okay, we watch those colours zooming home out wide, orange and blue colours. Those of famed international art dealer Wayne Heathcote, his brother, Brisbane trainer. It dashes to the front for Mark Zara. Quinellas and Trifectas starting to come through. Back with more news from Eagle Farm after this very short break.
Racing now, and they've jumped away in a reasonable line. Gordon's a little bit slow to go. One of the first to show out here is going to be Serious Drink with Lady Malroy. Centurina from the wide gate is working across very quickly on cross and lead. Then comes Self-Interest in that division. Sophie Princess, Mr. Here. Now Early Bird is trapped out very deep. He's about 5 wide going along the back there. Between runners, Blue Marwena, a length to Cormaya, back with Skyboat Gordons, and also back at the tail of the field is Sundiata. Up towards the top of the hill now, 1,200 metres out, and the leader Centurina. But Early Bird has gone forward on the outside and is now heading off Centurina as they come down the hill. A length and a half, Mr. Here, followed by Serious Drink on the rails. Then Lady Malroy racing on the outside of Self-Interest, Blue Marwena and Sophie Princess. On the rails, Cormaya, followed by Gordons. Well back second last there was Skyboat, and 2 last of all is Sundiata. Down towards the 850, and here on the outside it's Lady Malroy letting go, so we've got another leader. Early Bird takes the to sit second. There's one over on the outside of it, and that's Centarina. I think Mr. Here travelling wide around the outside of Serious Drink and Self-Interest. I think the way to Blue Mar Winner, followed by Sophie Princess, Gordon's Cormaya. Then comes second last in the race would have been Sundiata, and Skyboat last of all, 8 off the lead. That leader again is Centarina on the turn. Early Bird looks to be struggling. Deeper out on the track there, Lady Mulroy, followed by Serious Drink working into the race. Early Bird lost ground sharply. Deeper out Mr. Hare, and at the head of the others then was Self-Interest in the straight, and Lady Mulroy and Centarina, with Centarina taking the lead, but Serious Drink is after it on the outside. Self-Interest blocked away for a run, and here comes down the outside Sundiata. Sundiata's come from last, swept to the lead and is going to walk in. Sundiata draws away. Cormaya from a long way back second. Third in Serious Drink, then Blue Mar Winner. Self-Interest Centarina, followed by Mr. Here. Early Bird a shocker. Back with it then was Lady Mulroy, Sophie Princess, Skyboat, and very tired and maybe in trouble, Gordon's last in.
Number 6, Sundiata for Mark Zara, 760, 260. Number 13, Cormaya, 770, photo for third.
It has come with a withering run. The last time I saw it, it was back second and third last. And it's absolutely trotted in. Number 6, Sundiata, ridden by Mark Zara. Second and third will be, what do we call second there again? Cormaya, number 13, that's right. And Serious Drink will be third. Numbers are now up, 6, 13 and 5. 6, 13, 5, fourth in number 7, which was Blue Mar Winner. The winner, number 6, Sundiata, after 2 runs in Adelaide, brought straight across here by Dolphin Street out of Pecky's Pet. A Temperance mare raced by W. Heathcote, trained by Tony McAvoy. And his apprentice Mark Zara on board. Number 13, Cormaya, has got home late for second by Mustang Lake out of Tabrazan, trained by Barbara Marshman, Dean Yendall the rider. And 5, Serious Drink by Runyon out of Manana, James Riley and Brad Rawilla, 6, 13, 5. Well, Early Bird was trapped wide early. Patrick Payne decided the only option was to go forward. He did. He was
1 1/4 lengths by 1 1/4 lengths. 4, 5, 3 and 7. Correct weight is now there on 150.2. The winning time 4, 5, 3 and 7. First for New South Wales, $2,023.50. So $2,023.50. We're a couple of minutes off Randwick. This is the Wellington Industries Plate. 1,400 metres the journey, where Moonflute, Almaciga and Sequia, the 3 fancied runners. There's been money for Darren Beeman's ride Prude. On the tote, Arabella has eased and Miss Senorita remains at a similar quote to what it was a lot earlier. So 4th race on the card from Randwick, and Sequia over the page is the key runner there. Now into 380, so continued specking, and as mentioned, we have correct weight at Eagle Farm. Top 8 in betting about to move forward. Interesting betting race, this one. Moonflute, Sequia and Almaciga. Here's Ian.
Brendan, and on track, they're almost locked together. Marginally Sequi over jointly Almaciga and Moonflute. There's been significant support for Almaciga in the last couple of minutes here on track. So Sequi just from Almaciga and easing a little in the last couple of minutes, Moonflute. Good betting race. So bigger punters have fined it down to numbers 9 and 6, 6 and 9. Now coming up to line is My Senorita, followed forward by Jactress. About 5 out of line here. And on the tote in New South Wales, Moonflute is the popular one, 350, just in front of Sequi, number 9, 370, and number 6, Almaciga, 470. But repeating on track, Sequi just in front of Almaciga and easing Moonflute, 3rd pick. Previous race of the day, won by Leroy Brown, number 2, Jim Cassidy, beat 6, Jeremiah, 4, Masked and 8, Hookah Lodge. Desert Dane, the favourite, most disappointing. 5, Rouge Hom, Pat Ferris took the second, and 4, Shamika, Jim Cassidy won the first. So 2 of the 3 to Gay Waterhouse. Gay represented here by Almaciga. She's the baby of the field, the only filly, 3 years of age, and facing the older mares. How will she go? We'll shortly know. Already now. They're racing, and Almaciga came out just a little bit slowly. Sequi jumped quickly, so did Moonflute closer in. Jactress, and now Almaciga picking up ground rather quickly. Little more than a length's gap in proceedings is My Senorita pulling its head off, followed by Beryl, Arabella, Val's Regard, and Prude last. Onto the course proper here, and Moonflute shows the way, 3/4 of a length over Sequi, a couple away third Almaciga. On her inside is Jactress, and then My Senorita, a length and 3/4, then Val's Regard, who's shading Beryl on her outside, and then comes Arabella, and Absolute is Prude. This is the order working onto the side, and down past the 700 they travel, and it's Moonflute in front for J.A. Cassidy, a length and a half on Sequi, and then Jactress followed by the well-tried Almaciga, a couple of lengths to My Senorita. Beryl endeavouring to pick up some ground over Val's Regard, Prude, and Arabella not travelling well as a conspicuous last as they wheel for home, and Moonflute leads them into the stretch, a length and a half on Sequi, and then comes Almaciga, followed by Jactress, and a break to Beryl, My Senorita and Prude. 250 to travel, and Moonflute in front, a length and a half Sequi, followed by Almaciga, and Beryl on the outside is battling on tenaciously. Almaciga, Sequi, and Beryl out after Moonflute. Sequi hits the front from Almaciga and Beryl. Moonflute's dying on its run, but it's Sequi in front. Almaciga having a lunge. Oh, there won't be much in this on the line. Sequi and Almaciga make a big bid right on the line. A tidy with Beryl third and Moonflute fourth. Followed home then by My Senorita, Jactress, Prude, and the last two in were Val's Regard and Arabella. Photo called for in race number 4 today. With this rail out 4.5 metres, you've just got to be a little bit careful. Sequi in front. Almaciga made a big bid right on the line. And let's have a look at the freeze. Oh boy, and that's the ground shot that I'm watching, and it is very, very tight. Anyway, hang on to your briefs here, folks. On as we work from the top of the book and the page, number 6 Almaciga, 470, 180 and 9 Sequi, 320 and 140. Let's have a look at the finish links. Yes, Sequi's got it. Number 9 Sequi has just had enough in hand on the line to win it. Number 9 Sequi at 320 and 140 by Dane Hill from Sequenza, David Atkins, Corey Brown. Second goes to number 6 Almaciga by Timber Country from Avi 2, Gay Waterhouse, Chris Muntz. Number 3 third, and Beryl, Robbie Brewer by Bite the Bullet from Bespangle. Lesbridge, the trainer. Fourth went to number 1, and that was Moonflute. We are awaiting 5th and 6th. Margins, a nose by a long head. It was a tighty, a nose, a long head, 123.59.
And Almaciga just failing to haul in Sequi, 123.59. Wasn't that a thrilling finish? With Moonflute in fourth, first four, $178.80. That's Randwick's fourth race, run and won. A thriller at headquarters. Morphettville is our next port of call. We've heard from Darren Holland. The Malaysia Airlines handicap is due in 6 from now. Elephant Rock ahead of Tartan Army and betting. Then we go to Chaltom, Big Demand and Mighty Eel. And there are 3 more over the page. They include Sally Rose. And Sally Rose for Darren Holland is currently at $8, out from $7.80. As confirmed, correct weight is there at Eagle Farm. Now, ratings for Caulfield. 5th race on the card is the Eclipse. Damasceno and Yoruba equal rate ahead of Zvezda and Terranora 6 and 11 from 4 and 14. Danny Brereton saddles up aboard. Zvezda, smart Kiwi, smart heavyweight jockey back in town, looking for a big race win.
Well, it's great to see my good friend Danny Brereton back in business. Well done.
Thanks, Alf. Yeah, very good.
Enjoyable time in Macau?
Yeah, it was. It was successful, 2 years, and it's good to be back here, though, all the same.
Danny, you picked up the ride on Zvezda in the Eclipse Stakes today. How do you think it'll go?
Looking, I had a look at its tapes, mainly its New Zealand tapes. It looks a pretty good horse, actually, on its New Zealand tapes. I think it won about 8 out of 11 or 12. Yeah, one on wet and dry, 1 over 2,000. So, yeah, it looks pretty good.
It set up a pretty solid speed in front in the Emirates.
Yeah, I did see that race, yeah, it did. It probably had to compound a bit in the finish, and it did box on there for a bit at the furlong pole too. So, you know, if that hadn't taken too much out of it, the horse will be pretty competitive, I think.
Right, we'll be looking forward to that one. Destruction Point, race 7. What can you tell us about it?
I rode him, oh, geez, about 3-4 years ago, I think. I know he's a horse and plagued with leg injuries, but he's a high-class horse if he never had bad legs. His first up run looked good. His second up run was on the outside at Flemington, which I suppose if you want to forgive him, you could forgive him for that, you know, whether they won on the inside. But, yeah, he may be third up. He may be some chance.
Mate, great to see you back. Good luck.
Thanks, Alf.
There he is, Danny Brereton, and wonderful to see him back here in Australia, and believe me, he can ride.
Sure can. That's been well documented over the years. Runners parading, Alf, now for the Eclipse Stakes. And this being the feature race in the Eastern States, the Group 3 Carlton Draft Eclipse Stakes, the 2,020 metre journey. Thong Classic, runner-up in this race last year, back from the Melbourne Cup. Moonee Valley Gold Cup winner 2 runs back. Alf, looks well in the coat.
Yes, he certainly does, Brendan. And, you know, look, I must be honest, it's hard to know whether anything is taken out of him once they go to a Melbourne Cup, but you certainly can't tell looking at him in the yard. He looks good. In fact, it looks as if he's put on weight.
Could be booking a berth to Hong Kong this afternoon. You're looking well with those sleeves rolled up, Alf. Number 2 is Restless. Big drop in weight on what he's been carrying recently.
Yes, look, he does drop a lot of weight, and I think that's the thing in his favour here. He's drawn nicely, too, to have a good run, and really does look very well.
OK, the 3 we're looking at, a Quiver from the John Hawkes team, comes out of the Ballarat Cup, sat up on the pace there.
Yeah, and I'm anticipating they'll do the same again here today, Brendan. He looks OK, and he has been kept fairly firm on course.
Gee, you've got a big umbrella to look after you today. Zvezda is number 4, Dan Brereton's mount.
Yeah, again, looks very well. Set up a very solid speed at Flemington in the Emirates. Doesn't look as if he's taken any harm by it. I think Danny will help him.
Now, Kabila was in good form, 2 and 3 runs back behind Chaverny, then beating home Cavallo Bruno.
Again, I thought the firmer track at Flemington probably didn't suit this horse. Looks hard and fit.
Damasceno was impressive, winning the Matriarch in the Vinery stud colours.
Yeah, I'm just not sure about the Matriarch form, but this is going pretty well, Damasceno, and does look $1 million.
I remember that run at Caulfield, 3 runs back. Very good third behind Palladium Star. Forlorna's number 7, Bendigo Cup winner.
Brendan, I know it was over 2,400 metres. It's been kept very safe on course. Forlorna does look good, and I reckon it's just trimmed up a little bit more on that performance. I really do think it'll go well.
Correct weight at Randwick. Number 8 is Gunner Matter for Brett Preble.
Yeah, he's another horse that's just been struggling to find his form. Well, in saying that, you know, 7 of 12 is not all that bad. He was only beaten 2.3 lengths, and typically Tony Noonan, it looks $1 million as well.
British Busker won on Stakes Day at Flemington. First go at Caulfield today.
Yeah, first go at Caulfield, clearly the standout in the yard.
Looks well in the coat, doesn't it? Burley, number 10, John Hawkes and Brendan Fennick.
Well, he just keeps battling away, this old bloke, and yeah, probably a little bit disappointing. Last start he was beaten just inside 5 lengths, but again, can't fault his appearance.
Tony McAvoy's Yoruba in the same colours that won the previous.
Yeah, well, he sort of seemed to have got lost. Seymour Cup, I thought he was very disappointing, actually, but whether he was looking for further, I don't know. I wouldn't have thought so, but his run at Flemington was very good and always does present well, this horse. He's a nice horse.
The other ones in the mounting yard, Merlin's Law, Another Warrior and Terranora. Any of those take your eyes?
Actually, Merlin's Law looks good, as does number 14, Another Warrior. His form's ordinary, but he does look well.
Does look well in the coat in the 14, Terranora, placed in the Matriarch.
Been racing very well, and if they run along, it will be suited.
Before we take you to Morfordville viewers, we're going to return now to an interview Alf recorded with John Didham.
Well, John, fantastic ride for Lorna in the Bendigo Cup. You would have been very pleased.
Yeah, she really dug deep and she done a great job and showed her true form, I felt.
John, coming back to the 2000 today, is it a minus or a positive?
Well, I'd prefer it to be the same distance, really. But coming back in distance, she's won at 1,400. She's won twice at a mile. When I went and rode her in New Zealand, she ran second in a listed race over a mile. So I think the 2000 will be okay.
You've drawn quite nicely. Do you expect to be forward?
Well, I expect a fair bit of pace to be on. There's actually pace just drawn inside me, and I'll just, wherever she's happy, I'll be happy. If she's 3rd or 4th, that's good, but I'd probably expect her to be about 6th or 7th.
More than happy with that. What about Cloth of Gold in race 7? Had about a month off. Have you ridden at work?
Yeah, I've ridden him in track work, and before that he was coming off a 13-month layoff. He's had some leg trouble, and he's a stayer on the way back, but he's got good ability. It's just a matter of the horse is getting fitter now, and hopefully today he's ready to produce a good run.
Given the fact you've ridden at work, does it give you the impression that it might do something?
Yeah, well, you know, it's only 1,400 today, and he'll get back a fair way in the field, I would think, but he should be hitting the line strong.
Ride well.
No worries. Thanks, Alf. Thanks a lot.
record held by Lockie, which won a race here by 8 one day some time ago.
And good overs of the tote too for Damasceno at the moment at $12.70, a couple of dollars worth of value compared to what they're betting on track. Roger James, the trainer of this impressive mare, is joining us. Well, she's obviously gone on pretty well since the win at Flemington.
Andrew, I think she's probably had a better preparation for this race than what she had for Flemington. We'd had to rush her a little bit to get her to Flemington. She'd gone 14, 16, and then it was her first time over 2,000. With that run under her belt, I would think that she might be a little bit more relaxed in the running, which is always a little bit of a worry with her. So I'm really happy with her.
Shocking barrier. Do you press forward?
Yeah, I was reading the statistics from the barrier last night, and I thought I wouldn't read any further because they were horror stories. But anyway, those things are made to be broken and changed. Yeah, that's her style of racing over this distance. She will be in the first few.
Anyway, you're very happy with her.
I am indeed.
Good luck, Rog.
Thank you,
Thanks
Andrew.
a lot, mate. Roger James joining us. As I mentioned, good value on the tote for Damasceno. It's a wide betting race. Restless is the one that they're supporting on track as we speak, and $6.40 just a bit of value. It's the one and only that they're supporting.
Yeah, thanks very much, Andrew. Number 7, Forlorna, although Andrew said Restless has come in. Can't split them. They look very nice indeed. Forlorna comes back. It'll be well suited. 2, Restless, drops in weight. Looks absolutely beautiful in the yard. Expect it to run well. Number 14, Terra Nora, has firmed up a little bit on course. Come in 3 points. You're getting good value on the tote at the moment. And Zvezda, although it has shifted out very late in betting, just unders at the moment. Again, I thought looked very nice. 7, Forlorna ahead of 2, Restless, and 14, Terra Nora, and 4, Zvezda. I just thought the barriers might be hard for a few others.
Okay, and there was money on the tote when we last checked the full market for Another Warrior, the Craig Newitt ride, looking to recapture its best form this afternoon. Looking ahead to Eagle Farm, which will follow this Caulfield and Ascot races. Eagle Farm's due to go 13 from now. Big field here. Ratings going...
The late Peter won it with Burning Embers and Tabaran. And Tony McAvoy chimed in with Fields of Omar last year. They have Yoruba in the race. On this occasion, he's a $14.60 chance. Well tried, Restless, clear favourite. Here's Merlin's Law coming in. There's a lot of hopes in it. When I say clear favourite, he's clearly the best back, but there's been good support for a number of horses. British Basker, after being easy, is trimmed up. There's been money for Gunnamatta at odds. There's been money for Terra Nora at odds. But Restless favourite from British Basker, Zvezda, and Another Warrior. Another Warrior in British Basker stand in well with Kabila, Merlin's Law and Thong Classic. Coming up now, Burley over near the outside. Terra Nora moving in, and Gunnamatta and Damasceno will be the last 2 to get set. This race brings the curtain down on the Spring Carnival. Gunnamatta takes the middle gate. Damasceno comes up, the winner of the Matriarch at Flemington. So they're set for the Carlton Draft Eclipse. Racing now. Another Warrior a little slow. Zvezda first out. Gunnamatta away nicely. So too is a Quiver and Yoruba near the inside, and Restless is settling just off them, 5th or 6th the rail. Damasceno drives forward through the early part of the race. Zvezda had the lead from a Quiver. Gunnamatta. Damasceno strode up a length and a half away 4th. Then Yoruba on the inside of British Basker. 2 lengths. Another Warrior the outside of Restless. 2 Kabila. Forlorna next on the inside from Merlin's Law, Terra Nora, and then came Thong Classic, and last of all on the outside is Burley. Past the 1400, climbing up the hills, Zvezda by a length and a half. A Quiver just wants to tug a bit second. Gunnamatta, the gun run, 3rd on the inside. Damasceno is 4th. 2 lengths to British Basker. They're trailed by Yoruba, the fence, and then Another Warrior. 1 to Restless, 1 Kabila, 2.5 lengths for Lorna, Merlin's Law, 2 Thong Classic, Terra Nora, and a length and a half to Burley last of all. Zvezda raced out to the 1000 by a length and a half. A Quiver in second placing. Gunnamatta is 3rd over on the